Hey everyone, welcome back to the first installment of a new segment on the channel called Forgotten Stars. I'm super excited to take a look back in time and talk about the careers of fantastic players that are often overshadowed by the legends of their era. Now before we take a deep dive in today's Forgotten Star, if you could leave a like on the video, I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss multiple weekly videos from yours truly. Now let's take a look into the career of Antawn Jamison, the topic of today's video. Jamison's basketball career started to gain national recognition during his illustrious career at North Carolina, where he averaged 19 points and 10 rebounds per game, shooting 30% from three-point land as a big man. Over his 3 seasons with the Tar Heels, Jamison racked up numerous awards such as both the Naismith and Wooden Awards, ACC Player of the Year, alongside being a 2-time consensus All-American and a 3-time All-ACC player. His career college record is 83-21, and although he never reached the promised land as national champion, his junior season, the first Tar Heel season post Dean Smith, UNC went 34-4, finishing as the AP number 1 team in the nation, led by both Jamison and future Hall of Famer Vince Carter. He had his number retired by UNC and will be inducted into the College Basketball Hall of Fame later in 2021. The college star then declared for the NBA draft and was selected 4th overall in the 1998 NBA draft by the Toronto Raptors, which he was then traded to the Golden State Warriors. His first season earned him an All-Rookie Team honor, averaging 9.6 points and 6.4 rebounds. He then saw a large increase in minutes, followed by a large jump in production, going 4 consecutive seasons with at least 19.5 points per game. Although the Warriors were going through a rebuild, Jamison made most of his playing time, averaging 25 points per game in his 3rd season, and also scoring his career high of 51 in back-to-back games with the Dubs. In 2003, he was traded to the Dallas Mavericks, where he went from a franchise cornerstone to a bench piece. Although he was a part of the second unit behind the likes of Dirk Nowitzki, Jamison earned the 6th Man of the Year award in his only season with Dallas, posting 15-6, shooting 54, 40, 75 in limited action. His only playoff appearance to this point in his career was with the Mavs as well, as they went 52-30, ultimately finishing 3rd in the West and losing in the first round to a great Sacramento Kings squad. He was then traded to the Washington Wizards in a 3-team trade, where Jamison experienced the prime of his career, where he became a 2-time All-Star during his 5+ seasons in the nation's capital. Averaging 21 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists, while also shooting 45% from the field and 35% from downtown, Jamison evolved his game to shoot more from the mid-range and the outside, going from 1.9 three-pointers a game with the Warriors to 4.3 with Washington. The 6'8 forward saw most of his playoff success with the Wizards as well, having an absolutely monster first round against LeBron and the Cavs in 06-07, in which he put up 32 points, 10 rebounds, and shot 35% from downtown on 6.5 attempts per game. Although it wasn't enough to even win a game against the eventual Eastern Conference champions, Jamison established himself as one of the stars of the 2000s through his elevated level of play when it mattered. The Cleveland Cavaliers, looking to keep LeBron James in Ohio, decided to make a trade and acquire Jamison, moving on from longtime big Zydrunas Ilgauskas in an attempt to get some scoring after acquiring a 37-year-old Shaquille O'Neal to hold down the paint. Jamison filled this role pretty well, consistently putting up around 16 a game during his time with the team. Although LeBron left after Antawn's first year with the squad, Jamison continued to be productive on a rebuilding team after the infamous decision which led James to team up with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh in South Beach. After his time in DC and Cleveland, Jamison then played with both teams in the City of Angels, the Lakers and the Clippers, to round out his career. Taking a much smaller role than what he was with Washington and Cleveland, Jamison provided scoring from the power forward position for contenders looking to hoist the Larry O'Brien trophy. He was still pretty productive later in his career, having multiple 25-plus point games with the Lakers squad that had multiple Hall of Famers in their starting lineup. In the last 2 years of his career, Antawn averaged around 7 points and 4 rebounds, while still providing 3-point scoring at a very efficient rate. Overall, Antawn Jamison was a player ahead of his time, and one of the few stretch bigs in an era where the 3-point shot was not nearly as popular as it is today. If Jamison were playing in this era of basketball, we could be seeing one of the best players in the entire league, as his outside shot combined with his footwork in the post and athleticism would make him a dangerous player in both the half court and in transition. His career was stellar, and his time in Washington highlighted a player often overlooked as one of the best at his position in his era, and hopefully will not be forgotten as an elite scorer and revolutionary for his position, as he is one of 2 players to score over 20,000 points and not be in the Hall of Fame. Now, as always, thank you so much for sticking around and watching the first Forgotten Stars episode on the channel. Links will be in the description to my social media accounts if you want to talk some basketball there. And again, if you haven't already, please leave a like, as it helps out the channel so much. With that being said, that's all for me today, so I'll see you in the next video. Peace.